Allison Dooley.
I'm Madison Curley.
I'm Kendall Gailey.
I'm Cassidy Huckabee.
I'm Cheyenne Hester.
I'm Sahal Fong.
And we're Crimson Creative.
This semester, we did research for a FEMA grant recipient regarding earthquake preparedness and how they can improve their messages. So FEMA began in 1979 by President Carter. Then after the Cold War, they began focusing their efforts on natural disasters and making them one of their top priorities. Then in 2003, they became an official agency in the Department of Homeland Security. FEMA's mission statement is to support our citizens and first responders to ensure that as a nation, we work together to build, sustain, and improve our capability to prepare for, protect from, respond to, recover from, and mitigate all hazards. For our research, we wanted to find out the knowledge, attitudes, perceptions, and behaviors of our target audience. For this research, our target audience included emergency managers all around the United States, as well as homeowners with children around the United States.
The first method of primary research that was used is the interview. The interview was performed in order to gain in-depth knowledge about the experiences of emergency managers. This was created in order to answer 4 different research questions. Number 1 being, what is the interviewee's current location doing in terms of earthquake preparedness? Number 2, what is the interviewee's location currently doing in terms of public communication for earthquake preparedness? Number 3, to what extent is the public prepared for local hazards in the interviewee's location? And number 4, what is the interviewee's knowledge and opinion of FEMA? The population and the sample for the interviews included 17 different emergency managers from 17 different states within the U.S. These people were between the ages of 28 and 65 years old. They were initially contacted by email, and the interviews were conducted by video chat. The second research method that was conducted was the survey. The survey was performed in order to gather the knowledge, attitudes, and behaviors of homeowners with children within the U.S. It was designed in order to answer 5 different research questions. Number 1, what is the target audience's current knowledge about earthquake preparedness? Number 2, what are the target audience's perceptions regarding earthquake preparedness? 3, what are the target audience's attitudes toward FEMA? 4, the target audience's earthquake preparedness behaviors. And 5, addressing what the audience's media usage behaviors are. The population and sample for the survey included homeowners with children. Additionally, there were 24 different researchers that shared the survey via social media platforms. These were shared within the time period of March 28th of 2017 at 4:15 p.m. between April 10th of 2017 ending at 12:15 p.m. The participants took an estimated 10 to 15 minutes to complete the survey.
The third method is content analysis, and the research conduct the content analysis to analyze how the client's message differs from other earthquake message, and the populations and the sample. The populations is the earthquake preparedness message that had already been created. The main of the interest is the professionals, social media message, professional YouTube videos, stand-alone work page, brochures, flyers, fact sheets, and the work videos. And those has to be created in last 10 years. The content analysis method, the first is conduct the Google search based on the different search terms and limits Google search to the first and the second pages. Coding categories. For coding categories is what to do with self during the earthquake, and what to do with garage or shelter, what to do with kitchens and miscellaneous. And the codings as 1 for no, and the coding as 2 for yes.
For the fourth method of we chose the focus group. This focus group was held to determine 3 research questions. The first is, what are the target audience's current knowledge regarding earthquake preparedness messages produced for distribution by FEMA? The second is, what are the target audience's current attitudes regarding earthquake preparedness messages produced for distribution by FEMA? And the third is, what are the target audience's current behaviors regarding earthquake preparedness messages produced for distribution by FEMA? For the focus group methods, there were 6 to 12 participants in each of the 4 focus groups conducted. They were given food and consent forms and demographic forms to fill out, and then they were asked to introduce themselves and their past experience with earthquakes. The participants then viewed earthquake preparedness messages. After they were shown the messages, the participants were asked questions regarding likes and dislikes of the message, attention and relevance to the message, their opinions on creative elements, their willingness to act, and their motivation to appeals of the past and future.
These are our knowledge results that we gathered through surveys, focus groups, and interviews. In these, we found that participants were unaware of how to secure freestanding shelves, taller and smaller items in their home, as well as the hot water tank in regards to earthquake preparation. We also found that earthquake managers were unaware of just how likely an earthquake is to occur. As you can see by this graph, the target audience's knowledge fell below 50% on knowing how to secure freestanding shelves, knowing how to secure the water tank to the wall, knowing how to reduce water tank motion, and knowing how to secure smaller and taller items around the house. They were above 50% in their knowledge of how to pack a go bag, knowing what the most dangerous item in the home is, as well as knowing how long they should be able to survive on their own without help.
For the perception and attitude result, the research used focus group and the surveys to gather results regarding the public perceptions and attitudes of FEMA and the client's earthquake preparedness message. The result are the client's message were too long, and the actors in the message did not have enough emotions appeared, and the message did not have particles tips for the preparedness.
Next, the researchers found the desired behavior results. In order to find the desired behavior results, the researchers conducted a survey, focus groups, and interviews. We used 7 categories during the survey to answer questions about participants' behaviors regarding earthquake preparedness in the home before an earthquake. We found during the survey research results that people are not very likely to take action earthquake-proofing their homes to prepare for disaster. This is a graph that represents our survey results. So as you can see, under 35% of all participants said that they would know what to do during an earthquake, and also under 35% said that they would be likely to secure their home prior to an earthquake, rearrange their furniture, secure kitchen appliances, secure items in the garage, buy tools to secure their home, or create a plan of action. So we also found that it's necessary for people to have a reason to prepare their homes for an earthquake. These reasons would be evident danger or tangible past experiences that they could have for motivation. So an example of maybe a tangible past experience that we heard during the focus group would be somebody who had experienced an earthquake and a video to go along with them showing the damage done to their home. We found that the most relevant information in the messages during the focus group was strapping down the hot water heater. Throughout the survey, participants kept saying that the most relevant information to them personally would be to strap down the hot water heater in their home. Emergency management officers during the interviews felt like they had the right access and the right information in terms of earthquake preparedness, and the publics probably needed more information to prepare. So they felt like FEMA did contact them and give them information, but they felt that their publics weren't reaching out for that type of information because they didn't feel that danger was evident and they had tangible past experiences to go off of. Publics and emergency managers are not acting in preparedness as much as they should in regards to response methods, or they are acting in terms of response methods for disaster, but they're not preparing and mitigating their homes.
gather media usage results, the researchers used a survey and focus groups to gather data on the public's media usage behaviors. The results were the participants' suggested use of Facebook, and television was the next most suggested. As you can see by this graph, 25.3% of participants used Facebook the most, and 55.5% of participants used social media between 5 p.m. and midnight. For the message analysis results, we used a content analysis to analyze how the client's messages differed from other earthquake preparedness messages. We coded 26 variables from client messages, and all items were significant. This means that the client's messages had a lot more information variables present, but they could present the variables more effectively based on other research results.
We will now begin with our suggestions for the client, beginning with the external publics, which are homeowners with children. They want shorter, more practical, and more relevant messages. One participant said, when asked who a credible spokesperson would be, that I think the person who has really lost everything, that's the credible source I am listening to. So our suggestions for the client are to shorten messages to be shared on social media. Limit those messages to the most practical tips and elaborate in longer videos on the client's website. Use personal stories of those that have experienced earthquake damage instead of an actor. We will now move on to our suggestions for the internal publics, which are emergency managers across the United States. They want messages tailored to their state's needs. One participant in an interview said, in California we have huge multiculturalism and multilingualism, but it needs to be tailored to you as a senior, to you as a school, or to you as a business. Making people see themselves in both the problem and solution is really important. Another participant said, if it isn't tailored to my state's needs, it does little good. So the client must produce messages that are both generic and tailored to various states to be effective. Those must be tailored in terms of geographic location and also demographics of citizens in that state. So we will now move on to suggestions for strategies and tactics. The client must produce a sense of urgency and use personal stories to create that sense of urgency. They should use accessible and educational experiences, such as drills in schools or businesses or other community areas. They should use emergency managers to speak at community locations, such as home improvement stores, to point out tools that participants or clients in the target audience should pick out to prepare their home for an earthquake. For channels and media, they should use television, social media, Facebook from 5 p.m. to midnight, and small segments that encourage viewers to go to the website to watch longer segments. And the messages must be compatible to watch on phones. So that is Crimson Creative, and this is our FEMA research for this semester.